It's hard to fully understand just how appreciative people are when you do something nice for them. And especially if those people you're doing something nice for are in a really difficult situation. My name is Tim Maudlin with DoWhatYouCanNow.com. This is video number 5 in my series Rebounding in Life when Life Happens. In this series, I've been talking about how my community rebounded from a tornado that hit our hometown in March of 2012. Today I want to share with you a story of just one of my friends who was so appreciative of what was done for him. My friend's name is Ray, and Ray was the type of person who was always doing something nice for someone else. Ray found it hard to accept acts of kindness toward him. But like I was, and I've shared this with you, like I was that day the tornado hit, I was home. Ray was home too. Now I had moved my boys 1.5 miles from our house to the church building where the basement was. Well, Ray had a basement in his house. But unfortunately for Ray, the tornado went right over Ray's house. I remember talking to him afterwards, and he said it was like the freight train that you typically hear people describe tornadoes. It was like a freight train that went over. It went over so fast. I mean, it was there and gone, and going on the ground for 50 miles as the reports were. But in just a matter of a few seconds, the area that Ray lived in was just devastated. It's interesting because tornadoes discriminate, and I don't know how to say anything other than that. They discriminate. You know, one house will be standing, one house will be totally gone. Now for Ray, he was fortunate that his house was damaged, but not to the extent of his neighbors. He didn't lose a roof or anything. He had damage and he had to have some repairs done, but other neighbors around him lost everything. Ray was fortunate. Ray didn't like to accept help, as I've said. But Ray needed help. I mean, he was out of work and he had insurance, of course, but that didn't take care of everything. And so, as I've talked about this, when we raised the money from the t-shirt sales, the decision was made to buy gift cards. And those gift cards were then given to people who needed them so that they could meet their most pressing needs. They could go to the store and get gas or food or clothes, whatever they needed to help get them through this situation. And Ray was given some of these gift cards too. After he received them, he wrote a letter, and I'm just going to let Ray speak for himself, because he said exactly how he felt, and I think this will help people understand how appreciative people can be when an act of kindness is done toward them. He says, "I cannot begin to express my sincerest appreciation for the wonderful generosity shown by our local Lions Club organization throughout the years. In times of need and concern, this group of Pekin area individuals seemingly rises to the occasion of each of the challenges confronting our community. However, one might understand my complete surprise when I was approached a few days ago about the Lions Club wanting to help me with the tornado damage to my property not covered by my insurance claim. I'm not accustomed to being on the receiving end of such outward display of giving when things are not going as smoothly as they once were. This event of March 2nd, 2012 certainly has changed a lot of people's lives, and I suppose I've had to endure changes that I never had envisioned. Having been out of work for a couple of years has taught me to learn to accept other people helping me on life's uneven journey. The East Washington Lions Club representative was quite persuasive in his discussion with me on the mission and function of the club and how it strives to help serve people like me in times of need and distress. There is no way I can properly express my gratitude or show my appreciation for the Walmart gift cards I received from the East Washington Lions Club last week. I have been somewhat in a daze over receiving this huge gift. I have used one over the weekend and was really amazed at what I was able to buy to help get my life and property on more solid ground with these very welcome funds. Thank you is simply not enough for such an act of encouragement and generosity shown by the club's actions. I sincerely appreciate the unexpected blessing and hope you continue to do good at every opportunity God provides. I still am in awe over such a deed being extended to me in this difficult time. Others were affected so much more than me based on what I have heard and seen, and yet you still found someone like me to attend to with your care and concern. A job well done. Thanks ever so much. These cards will be a reminder of your kindness each and every time I have the opportunity to use them to assist me with my life. May God guide and bless you. Ray McBride. Ray was just one of the people that expressed their gratitude over the generosity shown by people buying t-shirts. My mother had the good fortune of passing out a lot of those cards, and she described burly men, big burly men with tears in their eyes giving her hugs because they were so appreciative of what others had done for them, that they hadn't been forgotten. They knew someone cared. And even though some of the people who bought these shirts never knew the people that were being helped, it still was a big deal to those people, just knowing that someone cared enough to do what they could to help them. So until next time, this is Tim, encouraging you to do what you can now, because you'll never fully understand how it makes people feel. Thanks.